Welcome back to World Coins History. You've heard the saying, old is gold, but these rare quarter-dollar coins that are worth more than you might imagine. Before you watch entire video and comment if you find one of these. Who knows? Your next treasure could be hiding a fortune. Let's dive in. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most striking coins to come out of the US Mint in recent years, the 2021 crossing the Delaware quarter. And let me tell you, this isn't just another piece of pocket change. This coin has already become a sensation among collectors, and it's only getting more popular as people start to uncover its secrets. So listen very carefully, because I'm about to walk you through everything that makes this quarter so rare, so exciting, and potentially very valuable if you're lucky enough to find the right one. The moment you hold this coin in your hand, something feels different. That powerful image of General George Washington standing tall in a boat, sword drawn, leading his troops through icy waters. It captures courage, strength, and boldness. It's not just a design, it's a piece of American determination frozen in time. And while most people glance at it and move on, collectors know that there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Some of these 2021 quarters were struck with unusual mint errors that make them extremely desirable in the coin world. I'm talking about double die obverse errors, where Washington's face, his sword, or the letters appear slightly doubled when viewed closely. These are rare and instantly raise the value. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is pushed slightly to one side. These errors are dramatic, eye-catching, and collectors absolutely love them. One of these was found in Pennsylvania and sold at a local auction where multiple bidders fought to get it, and it ended up selling for a surprisingly high price. Some collectors have even found coins with die chips, especially around Washington's hat or the edge of the boat. These little metal blobs might not seem like much at first, but they're clear signs of a flawed die and make the coin one of a kind. And these aren't stories from faraway places. These finds are happening right now. In small towns, at flea markets, at coin shows. People are discovering rare crossing the Delaware quarters tucked away in rolls, pocket change, or even forgotten drawers. That's the beauty of this coin. It's modern, it's in circulation, and it's still out there waiting to be found by someone who knows what to look for. So if you're a coin collector or just someone who loves the thrill of the hunt, here are a few things you need to do right now. First, take a good close look at every 2021 quarter you come across. Pay attention to the details. Look at Washington's sword, the folds in his coat, the letters above him. If anything looks doubled or slightly shifted, you might have a double die error in your hands. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera. These details are tiny but make all the difference. Also check the edges of the coin. If the image seems off-center or the rim looks thicker on one side, that could mean an off-center strike. And don't overlook coins that seem just a little strange. Sometimes the most valuable errors are the ones that don't look perfect. If your coin still has its full mint luster, no scratches or wear, and the details are sharp, you could be holding a mint state example, which collectors pay a premium for. Collectors are already trying to build full rolls and complete sets of these crossing the Delaware quarters, especially error coins and high-grade examples. There's strong demand right now in places like New York, Chicago, and Dallas, where dealers are offering cash for these coins, especially if they're raw, ungraded, and show clear signs of errors. And the best part, this coin is still young. It was only released in 2021 and already gaining serious traction in the collector world. The original market value of this quarter was 25 cents, just a simple piece of everyday change. But now, depending on condition and rarity, this same coin with the right error can sell for hundreds, and in some auctions even more. So before you spend that 2021 quarter, take a moment to really examine it, because you could be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than you think. This isn't just about money, it's about history, passion, and the excitement of discovery. It's about being part of a growing community that loves the hunt, loves the story behind every coin, and knows how to spot something truly special when they see it. And if you enjoyed this video, if it helped open your eyes to a new coin to look out for, then give it a big thumbs up and drop a comment below. Tell us if you found any rare quarters, if you've come across this coin before, or if you're planning to start checking your change today. Your story could inspire another collector to start their journey. Make sure to subscribe, because we've got more rare coin stories coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single one. Well, top 2, we're going deep into the world of one of the most overlooked yet exciting coins still floating out there, the 1973 United States quarter dollar. But don't let its simple look fool you. This coin can carry surprising value if you know what to look for. So if you're a coin lover, a collector, or just someone who likes treasure hunts, listen closely and don't miss a single second of this. Because by the time this video ends, you might just be inspired to dig through every drawer, every change jar, and every old coin roll you can find. Now, the 1973 quarter might not scream rare at first glance, but trust me, some of these coins have unique errors, unusual strike features, and hidden flaws that collectors absolutely go crazy for. It's coins like these that sell at auctions, that dealers search for, and that sometimes slip into everyday change unnoticed, until someone like you finds it. One of the most valuable things to look for on this coin is double die errors. This happens when the die shifts ever so slightly during minting, causing the letters or design to appear doubled, and when that happens, suddenly your ordinary-looking coin becomes something truly collectible. Collectors have reported finding 1973 quarters with doubled Liberty or In God We Trust, and those coins didn't just end up in their albums, they ended up on auction blocks and were sold for eye-opening amounts. And that's not all, there are off-center strike errors too, where the entire image is pushed off to one side. These errors are easy to spot and can be worth a lot more than you'd expect. Imagine flipping over a coin and seeing Washington's head shifted to one side, missing part of the rim. That kind of error turns a simple coin into a hot target for buyers. Even tiny things like die cracks, cuds, or clipped planchets can make a 1973 quarter highly desirable. There was even one found in Ohio with a visible die break running across the reverse side. It sold fast at a local collector show and had multiple bidders fighting for it. And let me tell you, these rare errors aren't all locked away in safes or private collections. They're still out there, sitting inside change jars, hiding in forgotten drawers, mixed in with rolls at the bank, or tossed into yard sale boxes just waiting for someone like you to spot them. That's why every collector should be looking closely at their 1973 quarters right now. So how do you make sure you don't miss out? Start by checking every detail. Use a magnifying glass to examine the text, especially Liberty and quarter dollar. Look for doubling or any signs of unusual spacing or ghosted images. Check if the strike looks even. Is Washington's head centered? Are the letters crisp and clean? A faint doubling or a shift in alignment can mean something big. Also check the edges. A clipped planchet might mean a small portion of the coin is missing, often on the rim. These are rare and fetch attention at coin shows and online marketplaces. If you happen to find a coin with shiny, uncirculated luster and no scratches, that's a high-grade piece, and those sell incredibly well, especially if they're graded professionally. Collectors in California, New York, Texas, and even parts of Canada are on the lookout for clean 1973 quarters with rare features. And you won't believe how quickly these coins change hands once they're listed online or shown at local auctions. Now here's something really exciting. One collector in Florida sold an off-center 1973 quarter with a visible rim error for over 100 times its face value, and the bidding war was intense. Another lucky collector in Michigan found a double die version in a roll of quarters from the bank, and that coin went straight to grading and came back with a surprisingly high rating. This coin might seem like just another quarter to the average person, but to a collector, it's an opportunity, a hidden gem with real market demand, and the fact that people still overlook these coins makes the hunt even more exciting. So don't let your 1973 quarters sit unnoticed. Take them out, examine them, clean your lens, and look closely, because the next big find might be sitting right there waiting to be discovered. Coin collectors are always hunting, always sharing, and always competing, and if you want to be part of the excitement, now is the time. Stay active, stay curious, and stay connected to the coin world. Join groups, watch videos, attend local shows, and always keep learning, because when you know what to look for, you can spot the treasure before anyone else does. And the original price of this beautiful 1973 quarter, just 25 cents, but the right error, the perfect grade, or a little mint mistake, can turn that into something worth hundreds or even more. So keep your eyes sharp and your passion burning. The world of coins is full of surprises, and your next discovery might just change everything. Top 3. We're uncovering the mysteries and the real market excitement behind the 1990 United States quarter dollar, and trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end. Some coins hide their power behind a plain face, and this is exactly that kind of coin. At first glance, it looks just like any other Washington quarter, but collectors know. The story behind the 1990 quarter is way more fascinating than it appears. You see, during this year, millions were minted, yes, but only a few came out. With stunning, jaw-dropping mint errors that make collectors lose sleep just thinking about them, we're talking about coins with missing mint marks, off-center strikes, and even rare double dies, the kinds of errors that turn regular change into powerful collector pieces. One collector in Nevada found a 1990 quarter with a visible double strike. It sold at a local auction and was snatched up instantly by a serious buyer who knew exactly what he was looking at. There are also examples of off-metal errors where the quarter was struck on a wrong planchet. Imagine a coin that looks like a quarter but weighs like a dime, and it's still dated 1990. These are the kinds of finds that go from pocket change to star attractions at coin shows in states like Texas, California, and Florida. And then there's the beauty of condition. If your 1990 quarter is shiny, uncirculated, with clean surfaces and crisp detail, that alone can make it valuable even without errors. Collectors are always hungry for high-grade specimens, especially if the coin is slabbed and graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC. Now let's talk tips, because if you're a collector, or even just getting started, you need to hear this. Always check both sides of the coin carefully, use a magnifying glass, take your time, and look for doubling in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Look closely at the date. Sometimes you'll spot something just slightly off that others would miss. If your coin feels too light or too heavy, weigh it. That might be a clue to a striking error or planchet mix-up. And don't ignore coins just because they look dirty or worn. Sometimes rare errors hide under the surface until a closer look changes everything. Another tip for all the collectors out there: keep your eyes on local coin shows, estate sales, and even flea markets. People still sell these coins without knowing what they truly have. One lucky buyer in Pennsylvania picked up a 1990 quarter at a garage sale for face value. Turned out to be an off-center strike with a clipped planchet, and it later sold online for hundreds. That's the thrill of this hobby. Real value can be hiding anywhere, and if you find something special, get it graded, protect it, and connect with the collector community, because once word gets out, serious buyers will come looking. The 1990 United States quarter is in high demand right now, especially among error collectors and lovers of transitional mint years. It's the perfect mix of modern design with hidden surprises, and that's why the market stays hot for this coin year after year. Coins from this year with strong eye appeal and unique errors often make their way into top collector auctions, sometimes drawing competitive bids from across the country. That excitement, that hunger, that passion for the 1990 quarter is real, and it's not going away anytime soon. So don't just walk past your change jar or coin roll. Pick it up, take a look, and start hunting, because your next discovery could be the one that makes your name known in the collector community. Keep your coins safe, your eyes open, and your curiosity strong. And if you've already found a special 1990 quarter, or if you're about to start searching after this video, drop a comment and share your story. We love hearing from coin lovers all around the world, and your story might just inspire the next great discovery. This is more than a hobby, it's a treasure hunt that never ends. The original market value of this amazing coin, just 25 cents, but in the right condition, with the right error, in the hands of the right buyer, that same quarter can go from common to collectible in seconds. Top 4. We're diving into one of the most electrifying coins ever struck in American history. The 1965 United States quarter dollar isn't just another old coin, it's a key piece of a historical shift, a rare find with secrets waiting to be discovered. There's something so thrilling about holding a coin from 1965. That year marked a turning point in U.S. coinage, and collectors know this coin is packed with hidden surprises that could make it worth far more than what most people think. If you're even slightly into coin collecting, you better listen closely, because this video could help you spot something rare, something valuable, something that people have unknowingly spent at gas stations and grocery stores, without realizing what they had. This isn't just about a quarter, this is about spotting the Rare 1965 quarter that's got collectors across the country buzzing. Now let me tell you why this one's a little different, why it stands out from millions of others minted that same year. The first thing you need to know, 1965 was the year the US Mint officially stopped using silver in quarter production. Before this, quarters were 90% silver, but after '64, they switched to a copper-nickel clad formula. However, and here's where it gets exciting, some 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. Yes, you heard that right, those rare silver 1965 quarters are real, they've been found, and when they surface, they make serious waves in the coin market. Collectors go crazy for them because they're not supposed to exist, and when you find a coin like that, it doesn't just get tossed into a piggy bank, it becomes a treasure. Some of these rare silver-struck 1965 quarters have sold at auctions in cities like Chicago, Dallas, and Los Angeles for hundreds, and sometimes even thousands, depending on condition. One known example even crossed the five-figure mark, and that's not all. There are also incredible double die errors, quarters with visible doubling on the date or inscriptions, which makes the coin instantly stand out. Then you have off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and wrong metal strikes, all errors that turn ordinary into extraordinary. Now here's something collectors absolutely need to hear, tips that could help you identify if the 1965 quarter you're holding is a hidden gem. First, always weigh the coin. A regular 1965 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams, but a silver planchet one? That'll weigh closer to 6.25 grams. If you find a 1965 quarter that's heavier than normal, stop everything and get it tested. Next, look at the coin's edge. A silver coin will have a solid silver edge, while a clad coin shows a brownish copper ring. Also, grab a magnifying glass and study the date and letters. Doubling in Liberty or In God We Trust might mean you found a rare double die. And if you see something weird, like missing parts, shapes that look off, or textures that don't match, that's your cue to take a closer look. Collectors and dealers all over the country are constantly on the hunt for these coins, especially in places like New York, Phoenix, Atlanta, and Denver. You never know, your old quarter might be the next star of a national coin show. And you know what makes the 1965 quarter even more special? It's that bridge between two coin eras, silver and clad. It tells a story of change, of rarity, of a shift in American history, right in the palm of your hand. That's why collectors love it, because it's more than metal, it's a story, a hunt, a passion. So if you've got a stash of old change at home, don't just let it sit there. Grab your 1965 quarters, check their weight, their color, their strike, because you just might be sitting on a piece of numismatic gold. This is the kind of coin that ignites curiosity in beginners and fuels obsession in experts. And when a rare one pops up online or at auction, they disappear fast. Collectors from around the world watch these coins like hawks. There's something electrifying about finding a 1965 quarter that no one else noticed, something valuable hiding in plain sight. And if you do find one, whether it's a silver error, a double die, or an off-metal strike, make sure to protect it, grade it, and show it to a trusted dealer or auction house. These coins are hot, and their demand is only rising as more collectors realize their importance in U.S. coin history. Imagine telling your friends that your old 1965 quarter, the one sitting in your drawer, sold at auction for hundreds or even thousands. It's happening right now, in coin clubs, in Facebook groups, in collector circles. The 1965 quarter is a hot conversation, and guess what? The original market value of this historic coin was just 25 cents, but in today's collector world, that same coin, when rare, when valuable, when unique, can be life-changing. So don't ignore that coin jar. That little piece of metal might be hiding your next big story. Top 5, and last coin. If you've got a quarter from 1986 hiding somewhere in your house, don't spend it just yet, because what I'm about to share with you might change the way you see that tiny little coin forever. This is not just a piece of metal, this is a coin with history, with mystery, and with incredible value for those who know what to look for. The 1986 United States quarter dollar may seem ordinary at first glance, but trust me, there's nothing ordinary about this beauty. You're about to hear some things that most people have no clue about. Even some collectors have missed these hidden gems over the years. This is the kind of coin that turns a dusty old drawer into a treasure chest, if you pay attention and stay with me till the end, because once you learn what makes the 1986 quarter so unique, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's dive into what makes this specific year so exciting for collectors and coin lovers around the world. First of all, the 1986 quarter comes from a fascinating time in U.S. mint history. No state quarters yet, just classic Washington design, but changes were happening beneath the surface. What really drives collectors wild are the rare mistakes, mint errors that slipped through the cracks, making some of these coins worth far more than face value. There are verified 1986 quarters out there with off-center strikes, where part of the design is pushed to one side. Others were struck on planchets meant for nickels or pennies, and that makes them instantly rare and highly collectible. And then we have the double die errors, where the letters or numbers look like they've been stamped twice. You can find that especially in the word Liberty or the date itself, and those small, visible errors turn an everyday coin into something people are willing to pay real money for. Collectors have spotted these coins in cities like Philadelphia, Las Vegas, Dallas, and San Francisco, and when they go up for auction, they get snatched up fast. Even more exciting are the quarters struck with weak or missing mint marks, especially from the Denver and Philadelphia mints. Coins missing the D or P have become incredibly valuable to collectors who hunt for variations like this. Imagine pulling one of these rare error coins from an old coffee can or finding one in a roll you picked up from the bank. That feeling is unforgettable. And you wouldn't believe this, but one rare 1986 quarter error coin sold at a regional auction in Texas for over $1,000, because of a dramatic off-center strike with full detail. Another one, discovered in California, had doubling on the obverse and sold for several hundred to a collector who had been searching for one for over a year. Now if you're a new collector or even just coin curious, I want to give you some tips that could help you spot a rare 1986 quarter before it ends up back in circulation. First, check the date and mint mark carefully. If the mint mark is missing, extremely faint, or in a weird position, take a closer look. Next, weigh the coin if you can. A standard quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. Anything too light or too heavy could mean it was struck on the wrong planchet. Always examine both sides under good light. Doubling, smearing, or even strange spacing in the lettering or numbers could be signs of a valuable error. Also, take a look at the edge. Any unusual textures, missing reading, or smooth spots might be a major clue. And finally, keep your eyes open for off-center strikes or partial designs. These mistakes are not only fun to find but can be extremely valuable when authenticated. Collectors love these because they're not mass-produced, they're born from rare mistakes, and that makes them truly one of a kind. The demand for these coins is growing year after year, and many experienced collectors are now going back through their old rolls just to find the best preserved 1986 errors. Coin shops across the country are offering good money for these coins in high grades, especially if certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. So whether you're a long-time collector or someone just starting out, the 1986 quarter might just be your doorway into something much bigger. There's something magical about knowing a coin in your pocket could be a rare treasure that someone else has been searching for, and who wouldn't want to be the one who finds it first. It's not just about money, it's about the chase, the discovery, the story. That's why coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a passion. People from New York to Los Angeles are falling in love with the thrill of finding rare coins, and the 1986 quarter is one of those sleepers that's just now getting the spotlight it deserves. If you've got one in your change, or if you're sorting through rolls, keep your eyes open and your magnifier ready, because these coins are out there, and they're not going to sit around forever. Collectors are hunting them down, grading them, protecting them, and the values keep rising every year. And believe it or not, the original market value of this beautiful 1986 quarter was only 25 cents, but today? A rare one could be your ticket to something incredible, something worth hundreds, even thousands, when the right buyer comes along. So check those drawers, search those jars, and dive into your change, because this little coin might just be the treasure you never knew you had.